America faces many problems and challenges, from providing health care to all our citizens, from making sure our babies and children have clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, and eat food that is not contaminated. How to balance spending on defense and spending on education. What former President Eisenhower said was the balance between spending on guns and spending on butter. But to make wise decisions, tough choices that pit competing good things against each other, we need to be able to understand evidence and science and to be able to make evidence-based decisions. I have been a medical doctor for 25 years, and I know how important it is for my patients' well-being and lives that their decisions be made on the best information I can provide them. My opponent, Representative Matt Gaetz, has demonstrated that he cannot or will not make evidence-based decisions because he puts his own personal ambitions not only above the needs of the nation, but even against his own political party. Allow me to show how his obsession with the imaginary deep state imperils our national security and is a deeply wounding insult to the men and women of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Central Intelligence Agency. Matt Gaetz uses the term deep state to smear elected officials, political appointees, and civil servants, many of his own political party, who have sworn an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And yet Matt Gaetz claimed that the Republican Attorney General Jeff Sessions was a captive of the deep state, suffering from Stockholm Syndrome, according to Fox News. After the Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, the one that conducted one of the many investigations of Benghazi, stated that the FBI behavior was legal and proper in pursuing investigative leads, conservative media outrage forced Republican Speaker of the House Paul Ryan to defend Chairman Gowdy. But Matt Gaetz accused both Chairman Gowdy and Speaker Ryan of defending the deep state. Not only does our national security depend in part on the capabilities of the FBI, it also depends upon the moral strength, the morale of every special agent, every analyst, and every member of the FBI. And yet, Matt Gaetz has been part of an orchestrated attack using the deep state conspiracy theory to undermine the morale of the FBI. To give you an idea of how partisan, petty, and putrid this deep state smear is, Matt Gaetz is employed to defend Congressman Jordan, who has been accused of ignoring sexual assaults against male wrestlers at Ohio State University. I think those accusations need to be investigated and handled by the judicial system, as all accusations of sexual assault need to be. But the alleged victims at Ohio State do not need to be smeared as pawns of the deep state. So when Matt Gaetz uses the deep state conspiracy theory to smear male wrestlers at Ohio State University, how can anyone take seriously his smears of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation and the associated investigations by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Department of the Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and the New York Attorney General, and other investigative bodies in New York, as well as the Central Intelligence Agency, one of the lead agencies in assessing the probable Russian attack on our democratic system in 2016? The answer is you cannot take Matt Gaetz seriously. He has demonstrated that he really does not operate in an evidence-based world. Instead, in is out, up is down, white is black, and front is back. And yet, Florida's junior Republican Senator Marco Rubio, a member of the Intelligence Committee, when asked about the Russia investigation and the deep state, told Politico, "I have seen nothing to date that gives me any concern about Bob Mueller or anybody in senior leadership in terms of the way they're approaching this matter." Asked if he believes in a deep state, Rubio said, "I don't," and that he saw no vast intergovernmental conspiracy. So, Matt Gaetz believes that Attorney General Sessions, the Department of Justice, House Speaker Ryan, Chairman Gowdy, investigators and prosecutors in Ohio, the victims of sexual assault at Ohio State University, the Special Counsel, the FBI, the Department of the Treasury, the New York Attorney General, other investigative bodies in the New York State, and the CIA are all either victims of the deep state or part of the deep state. Did I leave anybody out of this vast, ridiculous conspiracy theory? Yes, I did. These are the unknown 129 CIA officers. Here is what we know and do not know about them. We do not know their names, their political party affiliation, their religious or personal beliefs, their race or ethnicity, their sex or their gender identification, or where they came from. What we do know is that they love this country. They were faithful to their oath. They died in the line of duty, and they were not part of the deep state. I am Jennifer Zimmerman. I want to be your congressional representative for this district, and I approve this message.